Well, boys and girls, I told you we were going to get promoted this year. Didn't necessarily expect to be top of the league already, but here we are, top of the league already. Let's just keep the form rolling on. The Premiership. Here we come. Right, let's go play ICT. Is this a top of the table clash? They were second in the league, weren't they? Oh, we're starting things off with a top of the table clash. We couldn't have planned it any better if there were any planning involved, and there isn't. I assure you there's no planning involved. And you lot were supposed to remind me that I've made promises to players. Can you believe I've remembered that myself and didn't need any help? But it's those 4 players we need to be playing. Right, Crichton's already forced his way in. Oh, blimey, Anna's here. Where did you appear from?
The door.
Did anyone else see her arrive, or did she just materialise? Can I help you?
Are you sure anyone your little corner?
Yeah. It was in the office tour, yeah. And it was on stream yesterday. She wants to make sure that I'm being kept honest about the fact I've bought Lego. I would like it on record as well. There you go, she's ringing the bell. I would like it on record that in addition to spending a lot of money on Lego for me, I've spent just as much on Lego for her.
No, you didn't.
I absolutely have.
That was twice as much as the one I got.
Who's got a Disney castle on the way?
I didn't ask for that.
Well, I can cancel it if you want.
You can't, no.
Yeah. I'm not able to track my order with Lego, which is a problem. I'm not in trouble. Why would I be in trouble? Can I help you anyway?
I've got tummy ache, Kev.
Oh, that's no good.
I don't think Huel likes me, Kevin.
Well, stop drinking Huel then.
Yeah, but it's good.
Don't say that on stream. I'm trying to get a brand deal. So we can't mention Huel on stream. Can you not put your hand there? Because it looks on camera that you're holding my penis. So you probably need to move your hand back. You can't lean over me and put your hand across my body just under the camera and then start moving your hand back and forth like you were. For goodness sake. My word, we're going to get thrown off of Twitch. TwitchCon tickets are on sale, by the way. This is your last chance. Do you want to come to Rotterdam?
No, because you just ignore me. You go with your friends and
there's a partner area. You've got a few months to become a Twitch partner. You're going to start streaming again.
You make me sit on the floor outside.
I did not make you sit on the floor. You couldn't come in, but I didn't tell you to sit on the floor.
Well, and then them other people, whoever I was with, Matt left me.
So... Yeah, because Matt's a partner.
Well, who did you leave me with?
Zealand's mum.
No, she left.
Zealand's mum and Tom FM. What a trio.
And they both left.
Don't twist my chair. You're going to dislocate my spine.
I was left on my own.
Well, you've got a few months to become a Twitch partner, and then you can come and get all the free hot dogs and beers. Yeah, but you won't stream at the same time as me. You're not going to you're not going to go up against the king of Twitch. Surely you'll stream during the day.
I'm going to make a bird now.
You're going to do what now?
Make my bird.
Oh, she's doing Lego. There we go. Bye, Anna.
The first Lego I had, I bought myself.
That is true. That is very true. Are you going to come and show everyone? Right, bring the box in, show everyone what you're going to make, and then when you're done, you can show them the finished article. This is a trial for Anna's streaming of making Lego. Now I know. Right, we're going to do an equalizer here, I've decided. Why are we... It looks like we're trying to waste time in the corner. What's going on? Oh, this is beautiful football. Oh, what a goal! That is football, boys and girls, right there. That's what you've just witnessed. Actual football. Rory was a winger all along. He's been a revelation this year out wide. Amazing. The only thing I know about Maidstone is that's who Posh signed Ken Charlery from in 1990. Was it 91? Long time ago, anyway. I imagine Ken Charlery doesn't play for them anymore. Have we just conceded while I was doing my makeup? Oh, my word. What's going on? It's hard to imagine what a refreshing night's sleep is like. But that first one you get, it's like, oh, okay. This is what sleep's supposed to do. You wake up and it's like, I feel rested and awake and my brain has been turned on. Can I give your beard a little tickle? I mean, you don't know where I am, so no. If you can find me... No, we're not going to say that. No one's tickling my beard today. I'll tickle it myself. Right, new contract incoming. How much am I earning at the moment? Bearing in mind, I could be about to become a Premiership manager. They're trying to tie me down on the same salary I'm on now for 3 years. These Scottish Glazers are rascals. Let's try and squeeze a bit more out of them. Come on. I'm worth a little bit more. £950 a week. We'll take it. I am going to want a pay rise when I get promoted, though. they are also injecting some money into the financial disaster that is the football club. So I guess that's all good. I think it's quite ironic that they give me the new contract at the same time as having to cover some of our debts, bearing in mind I'm the man who caused the debts. But I'm not going to let them know that. I'll let them figure it out themselves at a later date, maybe. The fact that I did my degree was incredibly useful for the job I do now, even though nothing that was on the curriculum as part of my degree or my postgraduate stuff, none of the curriculum stuff helps me in the job that I do now. I'm not teaching, I'm not coding. However, you get those soft skills like improving your communication, being able to talk clearly and coherently, confidence. These are the soft skills that you can only really get through going through that process, which I wouldn't, if I hadn't have gone to uni, I don't think I could do this job, even though there is not a requirement to have gone to uni to be able to do it, if that makes sense. Right, who have I made promises to? I just need to make sure I've got the right players in the team. It's getting complicated. Right, McSwegan is now happy, so we don't need to worry about McSwegan anymore. So it's Crichton, Ewart and Egosa. Crichton is already in. Let's get Egosa in and let's get Ewart in. There we go. Right, let's win another football match, shall we? FM Goat, I'm not sure what you mean. Or will, I mean, stuff's moving further and further away from PC anyway, isn't it? I mean, I'll level with you. Not worked in an office ever. But with the rise of stuff like the Vision Pro and AI, what age is Gen Alpha? What are we talking, like 10 years old? By the time they're in the workforce in 10 years' time, 15 years' time, are PCs even going to be a thing? Are you going to need to be able to use Microsoft Word and Outlook and all that? Is that stuff even going to be relevant anymore? I'm currently doing a say with Avely and there's a takeover rumour, but I now have a transfer embargo and I need players. I mean, you led me to believe there that you were, like, suffering from depression or something. Didn't realise it was a Football Manager thing. My word. My word. I had to dig into my book of ways to deflect people who come at me with personal problems there. I wasted one on you. Suck it up and accept you can't sign any players for a while. My word. there's your response. Jippy was confused tonight, asked for scraps, and they went, you are. Then you are too far from the A1. In order to get scraps, you have to be strictly in a narrow corridor either side of the A1. We established that on the scrap map many years ago. Never heard anyone talk about scraps before. I mean, we talk about them so often that I had to buy a map of the UK and a load of different coloured stickers. And when we did the live stage, our live show, we did a Q&A. When we did a big Football Manager meetup in Nottingham, like 5 or 6 years ago now, probably. Everyone who got there had to put a sticker on the map showing what they called them based on where they were from. And that's when the shape of the scrap corridor emerged. Do I do any betting? No. I don't like to waste my money. I like to spend it on sensible things like wrestling figures and Pokemon cards. Do I have any of the old Hasbro early 90s figures? Yeah, I've got quite a lot of them. Yeah. They're all in my storage unit, I think. They might be in a box under the stairs. There's none on display in here, but I've got quite a lot of them. If so, holidays. And then after that, it would be things like cameras and computers, which are kind of work things rather than fun things. The most expensive physical things, so not experiences like holidays or tickets to things, the most expensive physical things that aren't work related, it's probably my comic book collection. I mean, none of them are that expensive individually, but I've probably got, I must have £10,000 worth of comics between here and the storage unit, I guess. But that's accumulated over like 25 years. I'm not completely bonkers. Holidays, camera, and computers at work. For me, they are, yeah. I'm a content creator. Yeah, of course they work. That is Southall, who I went to see earlier this season. I've got a Disney one on my desk. There's an MJF one. There's a Persona one. These are literally just ones that are on my desk that I haven't put away into the collection yet. Got a Peterborough Sports one there. So yeah, there's a few just sat on the desk waiting to be sorted. Yeah, I like a pin badge. I haven't played Power World, no. So I've literally hit disposable income at stage at the same time as not really having any responsibilities. And having grown up without all this stuff, I am making up for lost time. We haven't got a new stadium at East Fife yet. No, we have expanded the current one. So we've got 4 sides on it, but it is the original stadium still. Did I like a yo-yo? I liked the idea of them, but because my hand-eye coordination's a bit iffy, I never actually managed to successfully do it. So, yeah, yo-yos were a thing that I always wanted to be into, but just got frustrated with because I couldn't actually do it. To this day, still can't do yo-yos. Can't whistle, can't do yo-yos. Right, so it's Ewart and Igosa that we still need to force into the team. Not that, I mean, I was massively into Lego as a kid. It's just something that I've always put it in the same category as Warhammer, because Warhammer I've managed to stay away from for 25 years. Lego was the same. There were 2 things I was really into as a kid, but they're very expensive. So I just didn't let myself have them. I might build this on stream. I bought this the other day. It's the Daily Bugle. So I might build that on stream. Yeah, my kids' ages. So my daughter, my oldest daughter, Lucy, she turned 22 in January. Andy, who is my stepson, Anna's son, he turns 20 in July. And then my youngest daughter, Amy, turns 18 in June. But Lucy and Amy live with their mum. So they effectively moved out years ago. And Andy moved out last year. So no kids living with us now. If there's ever any Pokemon Lego, Kev Zone, I know. I mean, I've had quite a few of those little Pokemon, whatever the Lego knockoff sets are, which are fun. I've done quite a few of them over the years. I think they're probably in the storage unit. So I have, and I justified them, but well, they're not actually Lego, so it's fine. How old am I? I'm 41. So both me and Anna were independently teenage pregnancy statistics. I was 19 when Lucy was born. Was I? Yeah, 19. Which is another reason why I've got into all this stuff later in life, because my childhood ended very, very abruptly. I didn't have those years of going off to uni and gradually growing up. I went from sixth form to married with a kid like that. I would hate to. I mean, it's because I didn't get to have the freedom when I was. I think it's much better to have the freedom and the lack of responsibility now when I've got money than when I was in my 20s and skint. So for me, it makes a lot of sense to do it this way around. But people live their lives how they want to live their lives. There's people older than me still having their first kids, aren't there? I have no interest in any of that. I'm on the waiting list to have the old... just to make sure nothing happens. But, yeah. People do what they're going to do, don't they? I'd like to get over this little iffy spell of form we've been in. We are still top of the league, but this is a top of the table clash. Form is a little iffy, and look how close the points are behind us. All this rotation the players are forcing me into doing. I need to be able to get my first 11 out there for 5 games in a row and get a little bit of a gap going again. What happens at 500 tofu firings? I fine him. I dock his wages as he's doing a cuddle dance with Mrs. Topher. The Viva Pinata romance dance. Well, she's at work, isn't she? Didn't he say she's at work? That's why he's allowed to get a takeaway. He's got to fend for himself. His idea of fending for himself is chicken and chips. I pay that boy too much. He's having a takeaway on a Monday. Far too much money. Oh, I've just lost one of my pins. I'm fiddling with these pins you made me get out now. I reckon if we can get the 1,000 tofu firings, he should be suspended for 3 days without pay. Deal. Talking of Home Alone, when we were in the toy shop yesterday looking at the Lego, they had the Home Alone house, and I've never even seen Home Alone all the way through. I'm not at all interested. But as some of you may know, I have a rule where if I see a toy with my name on, I have to buy it. Anna wouldn't allow me to use that logic to buy a £200 Home Alone house. Come on, let's have another football goal. Oh, they listen to me. Beautiful. What's my top 3 films of all time? I don't really rank them. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I'm not that into films. Favourite FM save of all time? Non-League to Legend as a complete work. As in all of them together. Look at us. Bearing in mind, this is a top of the table clash. We're 4-0 up inside half an hour. I think the movies I enjoyed most were the Amazing Spider-Man ones. So the second one, the second generation, I guess. I'm really looking forward to going to Dortmund. Just need them to progress in the Champions League so that I can get in. Well, that was a top of the table match that we just won 6-0 without our full strength team. I think we're getting promoted this year. Back to winning ways in style. Oh, but now we've got to play St Johnstone, who we always struggle against. St Johnstone are very much our bogey team. Have I sourced a battered Yorkie? What, as in Yorkie the chocolate bar? I'm not eating like 5 different battered chocolate bars. I'll try one. It's got to be a Mars bar or a cream egg, surely. The most famous landmark in Rome will be slightly more recognisable than Fife. We'll see, I guess. Edinburgh's very cobbly. Look at that league table. It's a thing of beauty. Right. St Mirren. I'm sorry, Fergie, by the way, for what I've just done to you. I did kiss him on the mouth, though. St Mirren now, but we've only got a couple of days, so let's get everybody nice and rested. I'm actually going to be able to do the full-strength team if nobody has a wine between now and then. Zoo, castle, dungeon. They've got a dungeon. Is it like London Dungeon? Oh, I'm all over that. If they've got a dungeon and a Madame Tussauds, that's all I need. Can do the ghost tour around the old city. That sounds fun. St Giles Church is a must visit in Edinburgh. Nice. Do they have a gift shop that... this is a serious question. Do they have a gift shop that sells models of the church? Because Andy loves models of churches. We'll bring him one back if they do. I went to the London Dungeon when I was a kid. I love dungeons. And they're not as good as Shrek's Adventure. The last time I went to Shrek's Adventure, I have been more than once. The last time I went to Shrek's Adventure, I got to be the person who went into the toilet and pretended to be having a poo in front of everybody. It was brilliant. My kids were so embarrassed. I added some of my own noises, which is weird because Anna loves sharks. And the reason we went to Hull is to go to the Deep in Hull, which was great. I've been to loads of sea life centres, just never that one. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I waste my money on toys and comics and video games. Hamilton's on a perfect 10 from left back. That's when you know you've got a good left back. How many times in your Football Manager lives has your left back got a perfect 10? Just match. Wasn't it just a 4-match pay-per-view? Forget that. And 2 of them were Elimination Chambers, which are notoriously awful matches. And the main event had Nia Jax in it. No, I didn't watch this show, believe it or not. I'm not an American sports fan, no. But then all I do in WWE games is the general manager mode. I haven't actually done a wrestling match in the latest WWE game. I've played a lot of GM mode, but I've not done a single wrestling match. I'm not interested in pretending to be a wrestler. You lot turn off every time I mention wrestling. I'm not going to stream a wrestling game. Favourite crisps? Salt and pepper kettle chips. I haven't had crisps for ages. I don't remember the last time I had a bag of crisps. We don't even have them in the house anymore. God, we've changed. No, I think that's something I'm going to have to do on my own. We need to get to the point where we've been to America so many times, I can just go for a week for WrestleMania. And I think we're a long way away from that point, bearing in mind we've never been. Go to the beach. Anna is not a beach person. Would I go to Mania if they had it in London? Yes. I went to Cardiff for the show they had there the other year. I went to Wembley for AEW last year. I'd definitely go to WrestleMania in London. But like Topher says, why would they do it? Although he's not as good in FM24 as he was in 23, which is a little bit alarming. The posh researcher needs to have a word with himself. We're supposed to be hyping him up to everybody, so when we sell him, we get loads of money. But yes, you should. We're going to score a goal here. It's going there. Oh, no, it's now going the other side. Just the keeper moved. Oh, it went to neither of them, but we still scored. Boom. See, Royal Rumble or something in London would be fun, but it's not, like I say, it's not even the wrestling show that would make me want to see WWE do a big Wembley show or something like that. The thing I enjoyed most about AEW at Wembley was being down there got down there on the Friday, and I loved just soaking up the atmosphere for a few days. I went, there was other shows taking place around the city. It was like wrestling Disneyland for a few days. I need to find out if Anna's finished her bird so she can come and show the bird to you all. Have you finished your bird? Everyone would like to see it. I would like to see it. We all need to see Anna's Kingfisher. Oh, my back's getting a little sore. I have not. We'll be showing the Kingfisher tomorrow then. Maybe tomorrow night then. No Kingfisher tonight, boys and girls. Did I let the inner thoughts creep out there, Kev? I don't have inner thoughts. Surely, after all this time, Topher, you know that every thought that enters my head immediately comes out of my mouth. And I often only find out about the thought when I hear it through my ears after it's come out of my mouth. Come on now. Right, boys and girls, I think I'm going to wrap the stream up there ever so slightly early because my back's getting a little achy. I've sat down for the full 3 hours. So I think we're going to wrap things up there. We obviously will be back tomorrow night as usual. Why is that there? Why have we got a map? What have we been getting up to this evening? We talk about some weird things.